Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Shut up.
I'm ready. Game face. I'm not making this easy for you, are
Good. You're not
we? Okay.
supposed to.
Okay. Good. Good.
Hello, everyone. I am Dodge the Grave, and today I'm going to be sitting with Mad Chatter. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you, Dodge?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Already with the giggles. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've tried to do this so many times, so
Officially, I've been trying to start for the past 5 minutes.
yeah. But we've just been going on so many tangents, and we're gonna go on a lot more tonight. So
mm, I'm doing I'm doing the Cabbage Patch. You can't see me. I'm doing
uh, noise.
it. Well, you're crazy busy, so I thank you for taking the time because yeah, your schedule's pretty hectic.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I spent like 2 months kind of like taking a break from everything. So like I quit my job, moved out, like living with my friend, and I just like disconnected from everything for a bit. And then I went from that to like working more than a full-time job and then just being super busy again. And but it's like spring's coming up and I kind of like started spring cleaning, cleaning out the apartment. I was like, you know what? Now it's time to get back on the horse, start to make content again. So I kind of figured, like this conversation might kind of get me inspired. I feel like we'll cover a lot of ground tonight.
Oh, I'm your spring. I was
Inspiration.
I'm your spring inspiration. Yes.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh, no pressure. Ha.
It's all good. Nah, I've just been meaning to like be a better friend and just keep in touch with people a bit more because I've been dealing with the seasonal blues and I'm kind of crawling back out of it now that the sun's back. But yeah.
It's necessary sometimes to just detach, reset.
Yeah, it's like a human version of hibernating. You know what I mean? You're still functioning and doing the things you got to do, but you're just like kind of tunnel visioning and just like blocking out the rest of the noise. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I do.
You kind of have to as a creator. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes. There's too much, and this community is. I mean, just talking about Discord servers, there's maybe 20 of them, and each one has
Yeah.
like 50 plus people in it, and
There's so many things. Yeah, my friend got me, well, Lucid was the person who got me into Discord, and it's like I still am like a boomer on Discord. Like I still barely know how to use it. People are like, "Yo, like people have mentioned you in like Discord chats." And I was like, "Really? They added me? Oh, my bad." Yeah,
okay, yeah, I got things to
yeah.
do though.
I got things to do. I also like, yeah, I yeah, when I started in like the narrating like horror narration scene like way back, I used to really be like super involved in Twitter and stuff like that. I kind of like got sucked into the whole like self promo or like the shout out sub for shout out thing like
Yes,
that started up. That was like I kind of got thrown into the whole rat racing like clout chasing thing because I was like, oh well, this is what everybody does. Like I'm gonna have to do
yes.
whatever I can to get ahead. And back then I didn't know anything, but I was just like, I did a lot of things that were like probably kind of like damaging in the long run or whatever. And it's just like I just didn't know better and things like that. But now, like with the years of different types of like years of experience making different types of content, because like since then I've branched off from like making horror narrations. Like I kind of just dwell in the realm of like voice acting or voiceover stuff, and
Mm.
I'm kind of like also getting involved in doing some modeling stuff in the near future as well, because
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, just kind of finding new outlets to express myself, and then also like gonna like get back into my music. That's something I took a long break from. Like I haven't had inspiration to write anything, but I'm slowly gonna get back into it.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I see you've been keeping busy too. So
I hate being bored. If I'm sitting down just watching TV, I'm thinking of
Mm.
all the things I should be doing instead.
Are you like a person that lives by a schedule, like by an itinerary? Are you a planner kind of person, or is
No,
it
I
just like
should be.
are you like organized chaos kind of, or
Oh, I think
like
it's
a
just
symphony of
chaos.
chaos, like
It's
a
yeah,
symphony of
it's
chaos? Let's
just
just put it
chaos.
that way.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very much like that. Like when I was like before we hopped on here, I was like cleaning my desk, which is kind of like my closet space. So I have my PC and my stuff in this little mini closet,
Mm,
and like just so the recording sounds nicer and stuff like that.
right, right.
And I'm living in my friend's place, but yeah, like I had like piles and piles of clothing. It was just a closet for literally the last 2 weeks. Like, but now I was like, oh shit, I had to do this thing with Dodge. So I like moved all of my clothes and it's like the cobwebs. I was like, oh, hi
Oh,
PC. Like
you
I was like,
needed me.
yeah, I was just like, this is gonna get me back because I kind of like I wouldn't say procrastinated, but it's just like, oh, I'm busy. I'll deal with it when I need to deal with it. It's like I don't have any reason, like I don't need to hop on the PC and stuff. It's like I need to prioritize like getting proper sleep and stuff like that.
Yes.
So that's one thing I'm realizing that I'm getting older and I'm like, I need to start taking better care of my body. And it's like I can't run like and I'm not like I'm old, but it's like I can't run like how I used to run on like 4 to 6 hours of sleep. Like
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
No,
I need to get my 8 hours of sleep. You know what I mean?
I need
So,
10.
oh, same. Like, for that beauty sleep, people ask me why I look so young or
Yeah.
why I look like I have a baby face. It's because I get lots of sleep.
It's not moisturizer. It's just sleep.
Yeah, it's like exfoliating, obviously, and
Mm,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, those kind of things.
Right.
But yeah. uh,
Well, I wanted to talk to you
mm,
for so many reasons why I wanted to talk. But the number one reason was because I would hear people being interviewed, and when they were asked like who do you look up to, or who do you aspire to be,
mm,
they would name Les Reed or
yeah,
Dark Somnium, but they would also mention you.
no way.
They would also mention you. Are you kidding me?
That's wild. I, don't- I honestly, I haven't looked at my notifications for that channel in like a long time, so I don't even know if people still comment on those videos or not.
They do.
That's wild.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that wants to get back into it. Like I've thought about it, but there's like so many things about like crediting writers, but also not wanting to get flagged because of like whenever you post a Reddit link,
Yes.
or I don't know if even saying that word will like put this thing in trouble, but you know what I mean?
Shoot. I'm gonna have to beep it.
Yeah, I don't think it will. I think as long as you don't have an actual link
Yeah.
to that site,
Yeah.
because I have a ton of them in my videos. I probably should get rid of them now, but there's so many things like that complicates it. And that's why I respect Lady so much, because like 100% of the content, she owns it, from top to
Yeah.
bottom, like the story wise and narration wise,
Her drive kills me.
It's insane. She's a total workhorse. Like she can just pump out stories like my mom pumped out like 7 kids. Like nothing. Like seriously.
The other day, she was like, I only wrote 780 words today. I was like, girl, are you crazy? That's freaking amazing.
For real. Like I hear her furious typing. Like I have furious typing because I like to type very loud and clickety clacky. But
Yeah.
when Lady types, it's like 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 a AK-47's going off or something, and it's just like
I can't imagine what it's like to be someone who writes the content that you also have to narrate
yeah,
and still have a normal schedule, a normal life.
right.
Mm.
It's like, where do you find the time to do all that? And that's why I respect her so much because, like, despite whether like some days she'll fall off on her schedule or
Mm,
some days she's ahead, but you know what? She's still sticking to it. And I was like, that, you know what? That's what's gonna get you the consistency.
mm,
And that's what most creators are just not willing to accept and not willing. They know the answer, but they want to hear what's the secret life hack to like being successful. What's the thing? What's the algorithmic shit that I got to do? No, honestly, it's all about being consistent.
yeah.
Anything you want to build or to grow, to cultivate, it takes consistency. That's all it is, you know? And good shit, obviously. You gotta make good content. You can't be consistently making doo-doo content, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta, yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's that growth element that's still gotta be present. Like
Yes.
I always like that was the fun thing about like when I look back on the days of like when I started Mad Chatter, it was like I I was just so excited because like with every video I would get better and better. And I kind of like I would now, if I come back and decide to do it, I think I could do really well with it. Like in
You
terms of like editing
could.
audio and stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like I can't narrate the same way that I used to because I used it as an emotional outlet for a lot of like my dark thoughts and feelings, and used it a lot to process those things. And I'm at a different stage in my life where I'm not as let's not say I'm not as emo. No, I'm not gonna say it like that, but like I'm just at a different phase where it's like it doesn't hit the same, you know what I mean? But like I feel like I would still enjoy it because of the performative aspect, but it's just like I don't think I enjoy just being boxed in, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. I feel like if I do it, I'll do it because like I just want to. I'll do it just because like maybe get back into it as a just a hobby again. You know what I mean?
You don't seem like the kind of person who would just have one channel. I'm not surprised that you're doing 17 different things.
Yeah.
So you started Mad Chatter 4 years ago.
Mm,
And your first narration was almost like as good as people who've been doing it for years.
yeah. I mispronounced the word for some reason. Yeah, I was like, wait, I know that word, but for some reason I like slurred or something when read
What was
narrated
the
it.
word? And I know I
It was like
heard it
it was like
too.
it was like stupor, and I said stupper, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just like, hey, I know that word, but I was just like, yeah, I don't know why. And like, I think I like probably kept the wrong take, and I just went with it anyways. But like, there was so much reverb in the room and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
but they're great though. I still actually like every now and then I will go back and listen to them because like it's been a while.
Mm.
Like, um like I'd say one of my favorite stories that I did was um my family is assigned an hourglass from the day they're born. I think that's what it was called.
Mm.
Or every member in my family is assigned an hourglass.
Why that one?
Um I played a range of characters in that story, and it really plays out like a movie. I find it like the person who wrote that story, it has like such a good build up, and it's like the climax of the story. It's done really really well,
Mm.
and I really enjoyed it because I played all of the characters. I played the entire cast, but I really flexed my voice acting abilities, and I like even though I wasn't able to like sound like a girl, I like was still able to capture that essence and like the tone and delivery.
Yes.
So it's like I don't sound like 100% like girl, like, but it's like if you can feel the performance in it, and like I really tried to like put myself in the character's perspective and stuff like that, and it was really fun. It was really fun, and it has like a kind of sad but like good ending ish, you know. So yeah,
Look at you. Look at you go.
ah,
And you think that if you go back, then maybe you'll still be okay with it.
I think it's just because I thought that I got caught up in like comparing myself to other people
Mm.
because it's like I was like the amount of effort that I'm putting in these videos, I'm not getting as much output, like basically. Like, you
Yes.
know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's like at the same time, it's like I feel like if I just kept doing it because I liked it, I would, I feel like I feel like I would do pretty good still. Um, but um, the thing about the whole thing is like, yeah, making sure I'm crediting the authors right, and I'm like so terrible with thumbnails as well. I need to
Dude,
like step
same.
up my thumbnail game. I'm so
Dude.
terrible.
Same here.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you didn't think that you were in the right mind space to reach the, I don't know, like what you would need to do emotionally in a horror story
Mm,
if you were to narrate. And completely, I can completely relate to that.
yeah.
Um, I I've dealt with major depression for
Mm,
most of my life.
mm,
And so I am I also found narrating horror to be a great outlet for me.
mhm.
But at some point, I needed to go on antidepressants because it was just getting too hard for me to function.
Yeah.
And the amount of medication that I take is so much that I feel like there's this barrier preventing me from being able to emote the way I need to when I narrate.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, okay, when I narrated before, it was me pulling from pain that I was feeling that,
Yeah.
already feeling. But now I have to change everything now. I have to figure out how to feel emotions again.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, I think it's like, when we go through some terrible things or when there's those like the brain is like such a crazy thing, like how it can block out or make you forget certain things or
Mm,
make you try to forget. But it
mm.
it kind of just buries it, you know what I mean? You can't just get rid of it. It'll do interesting things to just bury them.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
To help you to
So
survive.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But yeah, I did draw from a lot of like pain and stuff like that and like the fear and things like that because I've
Mm,
been through a lot of like terrifying things. I've been through like quite a handful of life and death situations, you know what I mean? And it's like
mm,
it kind of just changes you as a person and just like that's why I've always just been fascinated. Like to this day I'm still fascinated with horror. I kind of these days I dabble more in the true crime stuff, but
mm,
more in like the ethical ones because there are some people who cover true crime and they romanticize all of the obscene acts and the dark acts that happen. And it's like I watch the other channels that are like a lot more respectful to the victims and the families and things like that. You know what I mean? They don't idolize the criminals like the killers and stuff like that.
right.
So like a channel called like Coffee House Crime. That's one that I've been watching a lot of, and he's really good. He's like from the UK, but he always like puts emphasis on like talks a little bit about the victims in their life and what they did and things like that, but like
Oh,
also
that's
covers the
nice.
case and things like that. And if there's any like like GoFundMe's for the families or any like donations and stuff like that, he always like shouts that out and stuff like that. So and like he's actually brought attention to like some cases and stuff like that, which is like really cool because he covers a lot of unsolved mysteries as well. So
Mm.
yeah.
I
But
thought you were going to say that you started another channel for true crime.
no, no, not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. But I've thought about it. Honestly,
Let's be honest. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like I have been living in the shadow of like internet personalities for so long. Like I switch them off on and off like masks. But I kind of the next
Mm,
YouTube channel that I want to do, I've thought about doing something where I show my face and like show
mm,
a little bit more of me and it's not me just performing as other characters or telling stories where it's like I talk a little bit more about me and I share a little bit more about my life or things, you know what I mean? And so that's one thing I've been thinking about. But it's not like I don't think I want to be a full-on vlogger. I'm not gonna say like, oh, my life's interesting enough to like vlog, and I don't think I'm that. Like, I am a very confident and like person, but I don't think I'm self-centered enough to like document my entire day and like post it online because my day is pretty mundane for the most part, you know.
I was about to say, like, what's going on and what is a typical day like for you if you could
Yeah,
start a whole channel
that's what
for
I'm
it?
saying. That's the thing. People who are vloggers, they had to romanticize their life basically, and it
Oh,
like
for
put
sure.
this pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm. So it's kind of like boyfriend versus girlfriend, like back then with Jesse and shit like that. You know that was part of the reason why they broke up because it's like they had to keep upping the antics and like keeping the vlogs haptic and you know like keeping them like more and more crazy and you know what I mean? Like more wild pranks on each other and shit like that. And it was just like put such strain on them, you know what I mean? To the point where were they doing were they doing these things because they were living life or they were they doing it for the vlogs, you know what
For
I
the
mean?
vlogs. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
If they were doing it for life, then they would have still been together.
right? Yeah, there's like other layers to it that we will never know about. And that's
Mm.
like that's their right to like have their privacy about it and stuff, you know what I mean? But it's kind of crazy. Like now I'm grown up and seeing all like the YouTube idols that I watched when I was younger. It's like,
Mm.
damn, like so much time has like passed and stuff like that.
They're grown now.
Yeah, like Kev Jumba, Ryan Higa, and stuff like that. I'm so glad that Anthony Padilla is still doing stuff. So,
You've already shown your face. You've already shown yourself.
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Why?
Why? About what?
Why let people into your life that much?
I mean, I wouldn't say like I wouldn't vlog like I was saying, but I think for me, I think it's because as a person, I wouldn't like as a person who's like half Caribbean or half black, I think it's like there isn't enough representation for people who kind of are like me out there.
Mm.
And I want them to know that it's okay to be, you know what I'm saying? Because like growing up, I was like a punky emo kid, but like if you're black, you're not supposed to be into that shit. That's white
No.
people music.
Right.
That's like whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
I was like somebody who never liked to be bound by one thing. So yeah, I enjoy hip hop. I love that shit. But I love rock. I love like,
All of
you know, a
that.
little bit of everything, you know?
Yeah.
So like I listen to like MCR and like Fall Out Boy and shit like that. And you know what I mean? Like pop punk shit, you know what I mean? So I was always kind of like an outlier. Like I always like to do things outside of the box. I was not a contrarian, but I didn't want people to assume things about me and judge me. So I like would do the opposite of it. So some people would look at me and think I did liked one thing, but I was actually like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want people to stereotype me and shit. So and I think it's finally kind of getting to a point where there's like, you know, outlets and you know, platforms for us to kind of like finally express ourselves and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm. Oh, yes.
So, so yeah, I feel like it would be for that because I've also been getting into fashion and stuff like that. That's another thing that I've been doing in my personal life that I've been using to kind of just express myself. So I go like thrifting and I've been like working on repurposing clothing and stuff like that. Like
Do you
I
actually sew
want to get a
or?
yeah, I hand sew stuff.
Oh,
But
shoot.
I wanna get a machine and stuff like that, so
Heck yes. Step
yeah.
it up. Go next level.
Yeah, so I'm, like, working on, like, customizing some pants right now and stuff like that, but I don't know. Like, on the topic of, like, the YouTube channel, like, where I show my face and stuff like that, I
Mm.
feel like I've lived, like, a very interesting life, so at some point, I would like to have a channel where I, like, chronicle all that shit for when I'm older.
I honestly think that you are one of the people who I would watch because you're
Yeah.
such an enigma that I would just be curious about what the heck you did that morning, honestly. Just how
Yeah.
you exist.
Yeah, well, like, people look at me and then they have no idea that I have a full shelf full of Dungeons& and Dragons stuff, like books and, like, painted miniatures and shit.
No, I would never have guessed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, yeah, I like surprising people. I like catching them off guard, that's my thing.
Mm. Well, you already have. Yes. Good
Yeah,
job. I didn't
yeah.
think it was possible.
Yeah, and then like I said, going back to like I think I brought up Anthony Padilla and all those people and stuff because like YouTube, it's like back in the day it was like broadcast yourself, right?
Mhm.
So like I don't mind being on the internet. I like being on the internet like as my personas and stuff. There's that level of mystery that like gives you a lot of benefit, and stuff like that and protection and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But for me, I'm at the point where I think I'm ready for it, you know what I mean? Like I've already put myself out there and stuff like that, and
Right.
yeah, I think I'm ready for it, and I wanna just try something new. I wanna continue, like, if I'm gonna keep making YouTube videos, it's like it's either I keep making the same kinda stuff, but a variation of it, or I just, like or I can try something completely new that's completely out of my comfort zone where, like, I don't have much experience, like, video editing. I know how to edit audio good, but, like, learn how to edit videos and stuff, or you know what I mean? Because it's like either that or I just quit YouTube as a whole, you know what I mean? But I'd rather just keep creating and just trying out new things.
Dude. Yeah, and that is the one thing you haven't done. That's true.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many things I haven't done, but it'll all get there in time. And I feel like also like putting my face out there will help me eventually with I want to like get into making music and I want people to see me and hear me and I want them to find new ways to find me. So, that's another thing that I was like thinking about cuz I think this year. I'm gonna like work on like trying to release some singles and stuff like that. So
You're good. I've
we'll
heard
see.
it.
Thank you, thank you. My
Mm-hmm.
stuff is like the stuff that I have is like so like terribly mixed. So like the next single that I release is gonna be like legit, legit, and I want to like hit up my photographer friend and like I have some friends in the city that like they said that they'd be so down to like film a music video and stuff. So many things that I need to like actually just plan out and organize. I feel like that's my one downfall. It's like I have all these cool ideas, but I don't organize myself enough to like execute them.
Procrastinator.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or like, yeah, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like a jack of all trades kind of dealio. I love trying out new things, and then once it like I lose interest in it, then I drop it for a bit. Like
Yes.
I have commitment issues.
We know a little bit of everything, but we're not an expert in anything.
Exactly. That's why like I listen to so many different types of music, but I'm not an expert in any genre. Or like
Yes.
there's only a few artists that I like listen to their entire discography, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's okay. I mean, I like to dabble. And I'm content with that. I'm happy that I'm kind of like an adventurer, you know what I mean? So,
Is that why you started the other channel?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like when I did the ASMR channel, it was a side project. I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I was just like, you know what? This is like gonna be like for me to scratch that itch for when I want to make stuff outside of horror.
Right.
And then it ended up becoming bigger than my Matt Chatter channel.
Yeah, you're in, dude.
Yeah.
I I knew you were good, and then I saw the zombie one, and I was like, "Oh my god, who is this guy?"
Yeah, I'm actually working on the next part. Like I'm pretty much done writing the next part and Weekly's gonna be in it. Like he played Lucas, so yeah, his character's gonna be making an appearance and stuff. But yeah, I actually like the last video I uploaded was the dating in secret one, and I traumatized my audience because the characters in the story break up.
I know. I saw that one.
And everybody is like so mad. And I'm like, ah. I feel you. I understand. And it's like I just love shocking them. I don't know. Like, but I'm gonna have to like probably give that story a happy ending. But I think the characters right now, they still have room to grow. They need to figure some things out. I'll probably do like a part 7 where they like meet up again in the future and like, they're ready to give it another shot again, or maybe they get some healthy, proper closure. Who knows? We'll see.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was glad that they broke up. I was happy.
Because I think I wanted to break the norm because like everybody listens to
Mm,
ASMRs and they substitute it for therapy, which is like
yes.
not a good thing to do. So like people have these unrealistic expectations of what relationships are actually like, and it's like it's not always just gonna be perfect and great. I want them to know that there's gonna be times where like there's gonna be tension, and it's like I was kind of hinting to it anyways in the previous part that you know what I mean. So they shouldn't be surprised.
No, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
They How do you do that? How do you make these characters so real?
I inject a lot of my personal experiences into them.
Mm,
So I wouldn't say it might be that. I feel like I kind of go method in that aspect. You know what I mean? So I also like had a bad day that
mm,
day.
mm.
And I was like, this is perfect. I'm gonna use this frustration and energy into this like audio.
Yes.
Cause like lady hit me up and she's like, yo, are you okay? That sounded real. Are you okay? I was like, it was kind of real, but I'm good.
I'm a little better.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Uh,
that outlet. Role plays are
yeah.
such a good outlet.
Yeah, for real, for real. So
When you write, are you I'm sorry, not to
no,
cut you
go
off.
for it. No, no, please ask me all the questions. This is your show, honey.
When when you write a role play, do you hear
Mm.
the other person's voice in your head? Like, is it a conversation?
Yeah, sometimes it's a full-on conversation, or usually it's like I know what their response is and the tone of it.
Mm, mm,
So it's like, yeah, like sometimes I'll I guess so. Like sometimes I'll hear a full-on script and other times it's like I hear a response or like what the tone of that response is and how emotional what's they are, you know what I mean? Like
yes.
yeah, that's kind of how I go off of. But I used to write a script where I'd write both characters dialogue and only read one, but it was like such a waste of time. But now it's like I have like the kind of like pinpoints of like the flow, the general flow of where the conversation's going, and then yeah. So I and the thing is too is I improv a lot of my scripts too. It's like a mix of I don't have like a solid script. I leave room for like in the moment when I'm recording, a lot of things happen. So it's happened where I'm gonna try and find out which video it was, but there's like one of my videos that I did and I just went off and it was just like part of the zombie actually the first zombie apocalypse survivor, it didn't have a solid script.
Oh,
So I
wow.
just did that a lot of that off of the cuff. So yeah.
That kind of blows my mind
Yeah.
because it sounds as if you did research and you like watched a whole like five.
The second part I did. I did
Okay.
a lot of research. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh yeah, let's see here. There's like yeah, I do want to get back into it. I will at some point because there are so many series that I need to like wrap up. So I need to wrap up season 1 for Zombie Survivor, and then I need to do an epilogue for Dating in Secret, kind of give it like like some closure in some way. Um but yeah, I'm also kind of like dabbling in the spicy stuff as well, which I'm like posting on Ocleo, and that's been doing all right. I have like a decent following on there. Let's see here. I actually haven't opened up my Ocleo dashboard in like a while.
Ooh.
Let's
What are
see.
you afraid to see?
Let's see how many followers I have now.
Oh,
Oh my god, so what? So humble.
yeah. Mm.
You gotta be your own best fan,
Dude, tell me about it.
right? If you don't believe in yourself, who will?
Who is going to get you out of bed in the morning? Who's going to.
Yeah, right. I have 200 followers on Ocleo.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's not bad. The last audio I posted was my morning voice one.
And when was this?
This one was a couple, let's see, 2 months ago. So
Mm,
bad. Yeah,
mm,
basically since I started my new job. But yeah, I'm going to like post more on there. I actually have a script written for that one. Like I won't go into too many details because of
right.
monetization purposes, but the premise of this next script is that uh the listener character is on the highway driving and they see a hitchhiker, a handsome guy, and like they pick him up and they just start getting to know each other and it's like, well, hey, we might not ever see each other again, so let's
Mm,
yeah, let's just like see where this goes. Uh yeah. So yeah. But I also have
the dream scenario.
exactly. Just like random stuff, like because like who would ever do that in real life? Because that's totally
Exactly.
dangerous. But if in an audio, you can experience a safe like these kind of scenarios in the safety of like
Mm.
your own home and stuff like that. It's a safe space to experience those kind of wild emotions. You know what I'm saying? So
How do you how do you approach okay, let me
mhm.
let me try to figure out how I could say this.
Okay, without like the whole like the YouTube monetization like
Right.
turning yellow and it's like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, can we not? I'm already in warning status. Can we keep that
Okay.
in warning?
Okay, we don't have to keep it Christian, but we'll
We'll keep it agnostic.
yeah, okay, let's do that.
um, how do you approach those
Audios
audios? Yes.
and those scripts, so they are very much similar to like how I write my other scripts. I have like I basically imagine when I write these scripts, it's actually kind of interesting. I'll imagine a scene, like a set, like a movie set,
Mm-hmm.
and where the characters are. How are they both feeling in this setting and stuff like that? What kind of tension? It's always about the tension. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So um, there has to be drama. I think that's why people are so into my audios because it's like I'm not always playing like the comforting boyfriend or whatever. I like to mix it up every now and then. So. The one thing that was kind of disturbing me was like how many people liked my yandere audio and how many people want me to do like a romantic yandere audio. And I'm like, I'm not quite ready for that because like, yeah, that's kind of interesting. I'm not down for promoting toxic relationships like that, but
uh,
it's all good.
uh-huh. Right.
Yeah, no, I'm playing, but it's just like maybe it's because I'd enjoy playing that character too much. So
Yeah, they probably heard something in you
mhm,
that was
awaken something in
the
me. So
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Actually, the one that people are dying to find out more about is my superhero one, the enemies to lovers one. I only have
Yes.
2 parts. I need to work on the 3rd part. I'm writing it, but I know that's the thing. That's why I respect ladies so much because she can just like write things like a whole series and like in 2 days, and it's like it takes me forever to like get the motivation or inspiration to write a script. But
Right. I don't force it. Like if I can whenever I get inspired, I'll sit and write it, but once I hit
mhm,
that wall,
yeah.
I give it time to breathe.
Hmm. Let me see. I'm gonna look up my Google Docs because I have a file that is literally ASMR ideas. Let's see. Let me adjust my microphone. Okay. Let's see here. I I was speaking to Lady about one. You don't watch anime, do you?
Not enough.
Okay, okay. So there's the premise is like in the near future, like people can like basically purchase like Android companions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking of doing an audio where the listener character is like unboxing their Android boyfriend,
Nice.
and then they're kind of going through a systems check.
Uh-huh.
So something like that. I also have, let's see here, florist ASMR. So like a boy who works in a flower shop. Um, let's see. Uh, this is one by request, getting out of the friend zone.
Of course.
People, of course, people want a getting out of the friend
Uh,
zone audio. It's like,
duh.
y'all are lonely as fuck. I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's so mean.
Beep.
But it's like, uh, ninja hired to assassinate you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so that could be enemies to lovers type thing. You know what I mean?
Another one, yes.
Hmm. Let's see here. Surfing instructor. Okay, that could be an interesting one.
Have you ever surfed?
I not on the water, but on snow maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's a different.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a totally different thing, but yeah. I used to carve on my longboard and then I suffered a back injury and then I stopped skateboarding, longboarding altogether.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, okay, one of them is a ninja. One of them is
Yeah.
one is a florist. Are
Yeah.
how do you? Uh,
Come up with these ideas.
no, well, also let's start with that. How do you come up with these ideas?
Usually my brain is just like random things just like pop in, like it's
Mm.
just like, or when I'm watching TV, you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
or like I realized that the reason I was like losing inspiration or I ran out of inspiration was because I wasn't taking in enough things to inspire me. So I was like,
Yes.
I need to start playing video games a little bit more. I need to start watching TV again. So like I started watching some shows again and stuff like that. uh I'm probably gonna like start watching like Lord of the Rings again, like from the beginning, do a full marathon of that, you know, just to get me inspired to write more fantasy and stuff. Because I need to work on I'm trying to work on a series with Lady about like a fantasy themed one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like in the early works. I have like a general story outline, but we haven't like quite narrowed down the chapters and stuff like that. But I kind of want to like involve some lore with like Lady Arya, or like we're gonna have to like talk about it, but we'll see.
That's the person to ask.
Yeah. Oh, I have another funny story, or another ASMR idea.
Mm.
Meeting somebody at an anime convention.
Heck yes. Yes.
Yeah. Uh,
Anything convention. I am yes.
uh, let's see. There's one here. Treasure Hunter. So that one's probably like inspired by like Lara Croft or like
Mm.
Indiana Jones kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have, let's see here. There's a couple interesting ones here. Um, hmm. Oh, a paranormal one.
Oh yeah.
Like the listener character like makes contact with the spirit, and like, and it could be like it was like a thriller mystery themed one where it's like the listener character could help solve this ghost's like murder or some shit like that.
Holy cow.
Or it could be like a semi-romantic thing where, you know what I mean? That would be interesting.
I agree.
I also have another one that I want to do,
Mm.
because I love Star Wars. So I want to do one where I'm a Sith Lord and I'm like training my student kind of like in a like Sith meditation like chamber, and it's like my voice is just like reverbing and I'm like telling them to channel their dark like emotions and like remember like the pain that they suffered when they were younger, and like
Oh.
to enact that on the people that did them wrong and like things like that. You know what I mean?
Do it.
Yeah. I would be like a Sith Lord. So it'd be like, you know, some shit like that, you know?
Do it.
Jedi apprentice. uh,
Yeah, that'd be freaking cool.
oh yeah. And another one, it's funny. I do like these one-off videos, but some people want sequels. And most of them I write them without having a sequel in mind. And if it just hits off, then it's like, okay, I'll write it and I'll just write another part. But I've never like all of my series, I never had like a full on outline of beginning and end.
Mm.
So people want the survivors, like the shipwrecked lovers. People want a sequel to that because the two people crashed on an island and they have to survive together.
Oh, shoot.
So I think I might do a part two of that because it's like it's been a year since I made it, and it could be like a year has passed in that audio. So it could be like, yo, we've been living on this island for like a long time now, like something like that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Or maybe the one of them they like have lived on the island for so long, but they finally reveal a secret. It's like, oh, actually, like in the root, like outside of this world, I'm actually like engaged or some shit. Dun dun dun.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So
Sheesh.
I love stirring the pot. You know me.
Yeah. You're in the right line of business.
Yes, yes. I love the drama. Humans love drama. That's what we look for.
That is definitely why I like your role plays.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I do like the comfort ones though. Every now and then those are nice too, though. You know?
Do you need comfort?
Yeah, like sometimes I'll listen to comfort ASMR audios. I still listen to um uh Dreams of Peaches. I listen to like a couple I listen to like a couple. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, but like, yeah, like I do listen to those to like fall asleep every now and then.
Y- Dude, they're nice.
Yeah, yeah. Like I used to listen to like the whispery stuff, but now it's like it's a bit too like overstimulating for me. I can't fall asleep to that stuff.
Yeah,
When I
same.
when I first got into ASMR, I was like got into the whole whispering stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
the person who I mostly listen to is Endearing Audio, though. That's like one of my main inspirations for like my ASMR like storytelling.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, Endearing Audio. She's pretty good. She has like a very soft but like bubbly voice. So
Mm, I don't
yeah.
know. It's something about hearing women whisper in my ear. It's
Hmm.
too distracting.
Yeah, it's not like quite whispering. She just kind of like does the role plays like I do. Like, so she's
Oh,
very, yeah, she likes to play sassy characters. That's what I like about her too. So,
okay. Good to know. I'll be writing that down. Write a sassy character.
one that I want to write another part two for is my Femboy Hooters audio.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, that one. It's almost at 4,000 views, so that's not bad. But I kind of talk in my like not quite Valley Girl, but my soft girl voice. I don't know if you've heard it.
I have, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, bitch. uh,
The things
uh,
you and Lucid can do with your voice is
I
just
know. It's
amazing.
it's like it's an instrument.
Yeah.
Even when I sing, if I warm up my vocals enough, I can sing Ariana Grande songs like no problem.
Dude, stop it.
Yeah, one of these days. Like I'm actually like so much fun at karaoke too.
I love karaoke.
Oh, dude, what's your go-to karaoke like song?
Oh,
Like you don't have to like read the lyrics, like you know it by heart, in and out.
oh, Killing Me Softly, the Fugees.
Okay, okay, cool, cool.
Yes. That I don't have to look at the screen. I know
Oh
this.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I for a while it was never gonna give you up.
Interesting. Huh.
Like Ashley. I yeah. I love 80s. I love my 80s.
You just keep throwing me curveballs, man.
Yeah. Also like Here I Go Again. Is it Whitesnake or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
What was it? In Vogue.
Mhm.
Uh, Shoot. It was on the Set It Off soundtrack.
I also have some of the newer stuff, like the punk stuff. Like my punk one is Mr. Brightside. So yeah, by the Killers. The one hit wonders. I'm just kidding. No.
You'll have to you'll have to sing that one for me
It's
another
okay.
day.
I'll send it to you. Like, yeah,
Okay.
they will know. The people who know, they will know.
Oh, oh, okay. VIP
Yeah.
section over here. I got you.
But yeah, yeah. I mean, I can rap some stuff too. I like rap at karaoke too. That's easy. Um, but I also like singing Adele songs if I'm drunk enough.
Yeah, I have to be. I cannot be sober trying to sing an Adele song
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
point where I don't care whether it's
I
just
promise it's not like hello, like that.
right. No, it's fallen in the deep. How's
Yeah,
it?
rolling
Yeah,
in the deep.
rolling
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
deep.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
always.
Everybody, yeah, yeah.
She makes it sound so easy.
Yeah.
She's
I can
amazing.
also it's like also Backstreet Boys, like I want it that way.
Yes.
Britney Spears, like hell yes.
Yes. Which one?
Uh, so many. Toxic's great.
Oh yeah.
I like Circus is great.
Mm.
But like the one that I sing at karaoke for Britney Spears is hmm, I don't know, Oops, I Did It Again, some shit like that. Or let's see, I'm trying to think of which other ones that I like. Oh, there's so many. It's hard to choose. It's so hard to choose.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Pool night with
Mm.
karaoke. That was
Mm.
just my freaking. I loved that.
Nice. Nice.
Best night ever.
I can actually sing Justin Bieber really well.
Can
Like
you?
yeah, yeah. Like even the young Justin Bieber. Like I can impersonate the young Bieber when he. It's so funny. I do it at work every now and then. I'm just like, oh, oh. It's just like no, no. Uh,
Your noise
uh,
gate, like, or
yeah,
whatever. Your high
yeah. It
pass
cut it out.
stopped it, but
It cut it off. Yeah,
yeah, that's
it's
probably
funny.
good.
It was so good, but like unfortunately, you won't be able to hear it. I'll have to just like you just have to be there to hear it. So yeah, yeah. It's like even with my limiter, it's like yeah, because I'm like super close up to the mic right now. That's why.
Do you have any sort of like acting or theater background?
None at all. None at all. I grew up as like a homeschooled kid and everything. So
Crazy.
yeah, yeah. That's why my performance has to be done like from the safety of my screen. You know what I
The hell? What are you made out of?
I don't know. I don't know. Star material or some shit.
Oh, you know. Oh, there goes the modesty. There we go.
No, we're all made up of stars. So
Wow. Nice.
yeah, I love it. Music is like or singing, like whether like I don't even consider myself a good singer, but I do it because it's just like it's therapeutic. Music is just like such a powerful outlet to like you know help you go through all these different things. There's like it's like there's so many like songs out there that are like soundtrack pieces for your life. Not to
Oh,
sound like the
yeah.
sole main character or shit, but like for real, there's so many songs that I had like on repeat that just like got me through some really big highs and big lows in my life.
Oh,
So
yes, absolutely.
yeah.
What was the last one?
So I'd say Post Malone released his last album kind of like came out when I was like going through my relationship stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and that like yeah, I think it's called 24 karat like toothache. But yeah, it's like that there's so many songs in there that kind of like describe like the highs and the lows of relationships and things like that. And um I wrote that like a lot of those songs on that album were like getting me through things. And I went to the concert and stuff like that when he came to Vancouver. It was really cool. It's really cool. Um, but there's so many songs. There's like even I go back to like some of my emo songs like every now and then like for this year like when I was like really sad and alone, I would listen to Pieces by Sum 41. They're like a Canadian like punk band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you know them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I would have that song like on repeat whenever I was sad and it would help me get through it. Another song that I had on repeat that got me through shit. Like not only sad things, but like just amazing feelings too. Was like another one was like North Face by Odie, which is another good artist to check out. Um let's see. Um, Another one is like an indie artist. Her name is Claro. Uh, her songs Sophia and Bags. That's like two songs that I listen to a lot as well. I like the songs that kind of like are beautiful, soft, but like have a hint of melancholy to them. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Like sad girl vibes. I listen to a lot of sad girl vibes music. You know what I mean? And not like Billie Eilish sad girl vibes, but like, the more indie stuff. So
right.
yeah, yeah, the bedroom pop kind of stuff. So yeah. My music taste is all over the place. Like I also listen to like Gojira and shit like that, and like Rise Against, and like, you know what I mean. So there's something for every occasion. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. Why are you saying it as if like, oh,
Oh, no. It's just like I remember the meme. Like it's just funny. I just remember to myself. There's like this meme of like uh these two houses that are beside each other,
mm.
and one looks like a pink cute dollhouse, and the other one's just like pitch black and dark. And they're like beside each other. That's like literally my music taste, like just coexisting next to each other and shit. The one thing is like for me, it's like I don't find a lot of people that are into as many of the different types of music that are. So like I have some friends that I'm like, yeah, we just talk about hip hop, or some of my friends we just talk about this,
Huh.
but like you know what I mean. So except for pop music, like I do listen to like pop through the decades and shit like that, but yeah.
I thought there were more people who were into different types of music. I
Oh,
guess that's
there
just
are
us.
there are people, yeah. Like I have like I'm always finding music through friends as well too. So
Mm,
they're always putting me onto different things that I never ever would have been able to find. And that's
right.
that's what I love too. Music, like for me, it's like with my friends, like music is like love language. Like if I fuck with you, I'm sending you new music that I'm finding, and you're sending me shit. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
yeah.
So
Pretty
if
sick.
you had to choose between all the things that you're passionate about, are you able to choose one that you're more passionate about than others?
That's so hard.
I know. I
Because I'm
know.
just like I'm a person who lives for passion in general, like I'm not somebody who has like an outlined career path like other people like have their things figured out, but like I just live for passion and just creating, you know what I mean?
Of course.
uh I would say if there's one thing that I had to like entirely focus on,
Yes.
and had I'd say it's really hard. I'd say the music though, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Why the
uh,
music over role plays?
Because I can still tell like those kind of stories, like just in a different kind of way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just different mediums. I'd still be doing a lot of the similar things, and because like even when I write songs, like they're not only just about me, but I'm writing a story, a scenario, and it's like, how's this character feeling about these things after these things happen to them? You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
but I don't know. It's hard. It's hard. But I would want to be a storyteller of some sort. You know what I mean?
You couldn't just, you couldn't
Yeah.
be like, there's no way you can do role plays anymore.
I mean, that's hard. I mean, that's really hard. I would probably say role play. I mean, like, it's such a hard thing to do because, like, I know there are artists that, like, when they release albums, like, they kind of release, like, that's why I like, there's some artists that, when they release an album, it plays all, like, from beginning to end, like, all
Yes.
one clip. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if you listen to like Kendrick Lamar's like To Pimp a Butterfly, or like, there's so many other artists that you could put an example of, but you listen to beginning to end and it's completely cohesive and smooth. So like if I created an album, I would like have songs or tracks in between the songs that aren't songs, but it would just add more to the story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
I
that's probably
totally see that.
yeah.
That would totally be your CD. Yes.
So I'd probably want to make like at some point I'd love to make a movie that's an album, but like there's like role plays or things in between that like tell a story, and then there's like they cue into songs in between. That would be an album.
Yes. I totally see you doing that too, because there's no way you can be in one box. There's no way
No,
you can
I
just stay
can't.
in
I
one
know.
lane.
Like when you told me to like pick one thing, it's like that's
Hmm.
why I feel like I've taken this path because like all of these different things that I've dabbled in, they're going to all diverge and lead to one thing at some point. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah,
So they overlap stuff that like from things that I've learned in the past, I've been able to still apply them today. You know what I mean?
of
So
course.
yeah, but yeah, if I had to choose, I mean, you're kind of right though. I feel like if I didn't have to worry about anything though, and I could just like, I'd love to like, I've thought about taking acting classes actually. Like that's one thing I've thought about. So I think role playing, acting, I like playing characters. Like as much as I say like I love telling my story, but like there's something about like the escapism, you know. And the music is escapism in a sort, but I think yeah, role playing at the end of the day would, you know, that's the big itch that it scratches, you know.
Yes,
Being able to explore parts of myself through other characters, you know.
I do.
Yeah, for me like kind of like coming out and stuff like that, I kind of like dabbled through like listening to like audios and stuff like that too, and then like eventually making my own. I was like, okay, yeah, like this is normal. It helped me become comfortable with like who I was and stuff like that and my sexuality, and it was like a safe space to do it. So yeah.
My last um interview, they were like, so if you had to choose, because I have like slight exaggeration, I have like
Yeah.
5 channels. And they were like, if you had to choose one channel, which one would you choose? And I was like, that's so hard. They're like all my babies. I can't choose. They're
Yeah.
like, no, you have to choose. It's like, okay, fine.
Uh,
The ASMR one.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel like the ASMR one would be a good bet because you're good at that stuff too. Like, and I remember I am a man of my word. I'm gonna write a script for you.
Oh.
I,
Oh,
I
you do
mentioned it on.
remember.
Yes, I do remember.
Oh,
I,
good.
I think it's like we were talking about like a sexy like witch audio or like a mommy witch who lives in the woods. I'm just kidding. No,
I was like, wait a minute, what?
I'm playing. I'm playing. But like, yeah, I'm down to like do like and write a role play audio for you. Like, what kind of characters do you like to play? I want to ask you that. Like, what kind of characters do you find comfort in playing or find liberation? I guess you know.
Mm, dang. Characters that aren't me.
Facts, facts.
Yeah, I shoot. What am I? Because it depends on the day. What am I?
That's true. I mean, I'd say you. There's something about you that's like very alluring. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
Something about your energy, and then not even in a provocative way,
right,
but
right.
like, yeah, alluring. Yeah, like you can easily pull people in, like even with your voice. It's like it's very soothing, but it's still engaging enough where it's not like you know what I mean. So
Okay, yeah. Then well, let's go with that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think you got the voice for it. So I was like happy when you started like wanting to dabble in ASMR and stuff because I've been trying to get all of my homies to hop on the ASMR bandwagon.
Bro, there's so many people would be so good at it.
Yeah, for real, for real.
There's one person that I'm just like, they're so nervous about how good they sound.
Yeah,
And I was like, no, no,
just
you
do
need
it.
to embrace this. You're so good.
Yeah,
Can I
nah,
hear your audio again?
that's funny. It's like send me more, send me
Send
more.
more. I can give you all of my opinions. Just send me
Yeah,
all of the audios.
that's funny.
I told them, I was like, dude, post it now. Like, post it right.
Mm,
And they were like, no, I don't think I can. It's like, "Arr, it's so frustrating
yeah.
when they're good and they're too scared.
uh,
But I remember having you listen to one of my audios and you gave me your opinion about it.
Mm,
And you're like, you, like, it's good, but you're talking too fast. Like, you need to slow down.
yeah. Mm. You have to kind of just like you don't have to imagine what the other person's saying, but give enough space where it kind of feels like there's like a conversation happening and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Because it's all about setting the flow and the pace. You know what I mean? Because it's like you can set the rhythm, and that way that's how you like slowly like can build tension or build the rising action. You know what I mean? The climax. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I hear it when I write, I hear the other person talking.
Mm.
Uh, I don't. Did I? Yeah, I think I also wrote their side of the role play as well.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, just like you, I thought it just took too much time.
Yeah.
It was just better to write it so well that you didn't need to have it
Mm.
the other person's side of it.
Yeah. Because like as long as you know what they're gonna respond, like a general response of like what they're gonna like what they're gonna say or like
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
then it's easy, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
yeah, just it's like it's all about like being efficient with it, you know what I mean?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. But there's a part of me that wants to write a full script with the other characters' dialogue because I
Mm.
have an idea for my Ocleo audio, and it would be like a bit more interactive, and it's like a read along script. So it's like I would time it perfectly so they can read it, you know what I mean? Aloud
Oh.
maybe or to themselves, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh. I
Yeah,
see. Yes.
I see. Yeah, because it's very much uh like the ASMR role plays. It's a bit of like what would you consider it? First person or second person storytelling?
So, dag. I can see it both ways.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Right? Because you're still dictating the story, you know what I mean? But you're giving the illusion that it's a first person story and that they,
Exactly. That's
you
exactly
know.
why. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of like D&D, you know what I mean? It's kind of like semi a mix of first person and second person storytelling.
Mm. So who's gonna do your other side?
I don't know. Well, it's funny you mention that. I actually have like a fan. I'm not gonna mention names, but they listened to my zombie apocalypse series
Uh huh.
and they recorded their own like version like in response like with commentary to my audio. So they it was pretty crazy. They filled in the dialogue and stuff like that with the empty spots of their recording. And it was kind of interesting actually. It was like, wow, this is so interesting. I didn't it was so mind-blowing to see like somebody so passionate about the series that they
Mm.
decided to like literally like make their own not like fanfic, but it's like finally it's just like really cool because I'd always imagined that people kind of like fill in the dialogue in their head about what
Yes.
happens or what they're saying next, but like somebody went and actually like put the effort to like write a subscript for like the empty dialogue and like they recorded it and edited it and sent it to me. Like I could send it to you if you want.
That'd be
Like
cool.
it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I'll I'll try and find it in my files and I'll send it to you. Yeah. Some people like that's the thing. Like she was like worried if she was like, "Oh, is that like disrespecting your artwork, your art and or whatever?" And I was like, "No, it's all good." But that's why like I didn't mention their names, but like I want to respect their privacy and stuff. But
Right.
like for me, I personally wasn't offended with it, but I was just like I had to like listen to this and separate it because that's their headcanon like of what's happening, and I had to like
Yes.
listen to the story without like, you know what I mean? Because they were like trying to like talk about the story and ask and pry about it. I was just like, no. That's why I've like kind of like set it aside for so long because there's so much pressure. There's so many expectations. People are like, yo, I rewatch the series like all the time and hope that the next part comes out. And I'm like, yes, it's coming. It's coming soon.
Yes. This
When is
year.
soon? Yeah, yeah. But I actually and I need to talk to Weekly actually about that. But Yeah. So
It's too good to
all in due
not.
time. All in due time. But I do love role playing. I need to find more time in my schedule to like record because my roommate, when he's at home, he plays on his PC and it's like
Oh yeah,
I
you
have to like,
can't.
you know what I mean? Yeah. But we're working on it. We're working towards like maybe like renting a bigger place, like, but right now I'm just kind of chilling at his and stuff. So I'm working within my limitations, but yeah, I have a pretty good setup, all things considered.
Dude. Yeah, finding the
Hmm.
time to do it and the
Hmm.
quiet time to do it is
Exactly, especially for like the spicier ones. It's like
right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like like invade my homie's ears and privacy. Like
Right. Earmuffs, earmuffs.
exactly. So I had to like wait till he leaves the house, and then I'll
Oh.
like okay, then I get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Just throw his wallet out the window.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my gosh.
lock the door.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
Double locks like
Double.
protect.
Yes. Like, dude, you don't want to hear this. Trust me.
Yeah, right. Like, you won't ever look at me the same ever again if you hear this. uh,
We're at the like 1 hour, 31 minute mark, and we're not gonna
wow.
be able to use half of this.
Oh no. I'm so bad.
No, that's fine. It's fine. It's whatever it is.
You could just like bleep it like in the audio
It's like
just
a
to make it
long,
more.
like a 10 minute bleep.
It's like bleep, and then like 10 minutes
Yes.
later, it's still bleeping. Uh,
Oh, there's that moment when in the zombie one where they fall
mhm,
asleep and then he wakes her
mm,
up and
yeah.
you legit woke me up when
Oh shit.
I fell asleep and you woke me up and I was like,
uh,
"Oh, it's the
survival
audio."
situation. Yeah.
Yes.
So, you can't just stay put for too long.
I felt like I was actually in the freaking I was like, "Holy shit, are they here?
Yo,
Are the zombies here?"
I want to like do a script where they like have to lock themselves in a car and like lay low for a
Oh,
bit,
nice.
like chilling in like a storage van or something like that. Like they
Yes.
have to lay low.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then they can probably have a proper night's rest or something like that. We'll see. We'll
Oh.
see. But yeah, I know people are like, I kind of like wrote the story in a way where it can be interpreted as platonic or a romantic relationship. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's up to the listeners. But I kind of like want to like resolve that nearing maybe the end of the season, or like it needs to come to a point where it's addressed because it is kind of like a gray area thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about having a bond in the apocalypse. It's like you need each other to survive, but also like for those other things too, like for like comfort and to feel, you know what I mean? So
Yes. Yes.
because like that's all that's left. Civilization's gone, but you still got your humanity left, right? So,
You have your
or
needs.
you'd like to think so, right? In a world like that, there's a lot of people who had to do. Everybody has had to do terrible things to survive in this world. You know what I mean? So,
Mm. Mm.
but yeah, that's why. I mean, we could keep talking for hours, but I mean, yeah, like The Last of Us is like a huge inspiration for the series, actually. So
The game or the TV
yeah,
show?
yeah, the game and yeah, it's and show. Yeah, like that's kind of like for my Apocalypse series, like The Last of Us, like was like a huge inspiration for the vibes.
I need to play that game.
Yes,
I
you
was
do.
like, oh, all right.
Or watch the show. Watch like, but I'd say I highly advise play the game first and then watch the show.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I have
Yeah,
to.
I think it's. Are you? Do you have a PlayStation or a
No,
PC?
PC.
I think it's coming out on PC, or it might be out on
I think
PC.
it's already out on PC.
Yeah, I think the remastered ones. The game has been remastered like a bazillion times.
Has it?
I think the PS5 version like yeah, is out. But yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I bought that game, or I didn't buy that game. I got it for my birthday because it got released on June 14th, 2013. So I was like a youngin back then.
Wow, you even
Uh,
remember the year. Holy crap.
yeah. But yeah, I remember my brother saying that like he pre-ordered the game, but like he couldn't get it. There was a mess up with the order, so I'll have to just and like enjoy my birthday present next week. But my brother played a prank on me. He woke me up at like 1 or 2 in the morning after, because we weren't allowed to play video games, so we always played video games at night after our parents slept.
Uh-huh.
So he woke me up and he was like, "Yo, I got the present that like I forgot one more present." And I was like, "Why'd you wake me up?" He's like, gave me a shoebox. I was like, "You woke me up for this?" And I opened it up and it was The Last of Us, and I was
Aw.
like, "Yeah, it was so wild." And then we started playing, and then like when the opening sequence, like it just hits harder because like it just hit harder because it was my birthday, and like
Mm.
yeah, like if like I think have you watched
I
any gameplay
haven't.
videos of it?
No. I
Oh,
I
so
was like I
you'd
didn't
be
want
doing
any
fine.
spoilers at all.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't say anything then,
Thank
but
you.
like yeah, so but I would highly advise it. I think it's out on PC, so maybe when it goes on sale, like pick it up, and I'd highly advise it because it's something you have to experience.
Yeah. They were they were like just can you just like watch the TV show because it's gonna take you forever to finish the game. Like,
But
no.
you miss out a lot. Like as somebody who like finished the show, I love the show,
Mm,
but and it's like understandably they have to get rid of a lot of things because it's a different, format. Like,
right.
that's why there's like some advantages to a TV show or telling a story through a video game, you know what I mean? There's
Mm-hmm.
each one's gonna have its own advantages, but I would say like the infected when they're on screen, it's terrifying, but there's not enough of it.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's easily set pieces that they could have brought from the game and incorporated it and used it for the story to like, but it's okay. I'm not gonna complain because like all things considered, it's an amazing video game adaptation in live action, and we need more of those. So, and I'm just like a Pedro Pascal stan. Like, yeah,
Yeah, he can do no wrong.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He's the internet's husband. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Idris Elba was.
Or Keanu Reeves.
Or
It's a
Keanu
thing.
Reeves,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Oh,
Currently, it's Pedro Pascal, I guess.
he's everywhere now.
Did you see his SNL skit doing the Super Mario trailer?
No, I didn't.
Look that up. It's hilarious. So good.
I can't
So good.
even imagine Pascal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mario.
Uh, yeah.
SNL. So,
So we're not gonna be able to use like half of this, like you said.
right, but that's okay.
Are you sure? I feel like I wasted your time. But I
What?
had a great time catching up just as a friend, but
No.
I hope there's enough to like make a good episode. That's all I'm saying.
There's gonna be maybe an hour.
Okay.
Ye-
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Are you telling me that it's time for your bed?
No, I'm game still. I'm good still.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna be up for a little bit.
Okay.
You're gonna be up for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice. So
Um,
what's next for you?
you mean during the interview?
Go straight to the editing board. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Ah, Jesus. No, no,
Like, see
no.
how much of this shit I actually have to cut out. Like,
No, I think I have maybe three more questions and then
mhm. I'm game. I'm still game. I'm ready.
okay. So, how do you feel horror narrations and role plays differ?
Okay. So, hmm. I'd say role plays and narrations, they differ. They I would say because you get to like really in the storytelling, the narrations, you can paint a lot more of a vivid picture because you get to hear the characters' thoughts and things like that.
Yes,
With the role plays, it's like it is interesting, but it's still a very limited form of storytelling in some ways. You know what I mean?
that's
Because
very
like, how
true.
do you deliver information that like the listener's supposed to know, but like the listener's characters know, but like how's the listener gonna know that? And how do you not make it too expositional? You know what I'm saying? So
You have to depend a lot on audio to tell the story.
exactly, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But that's why like just delivering a compelling enough performance like really just helps like immerse them in it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when you watch Dune. It's like you don't may not understand half of like the scientific jargon that they talk about, but you're just like there for it anyways. You know.
Yes.
So
What other movie was like that? That was like I haven't. Not in well, Inception too, but
hmm mm
Tenet. I was
hmm
like, what the heck is? I don't know what the heck is
yeah
happening
yeah.
here, but this is really freaking cool.
hmm But they're just like just get up to speed with it. Just yeah, whatever. Like you don't gotta understand. You know the concept, but just like like
Yeah, I kind of get it. I'm trusting
yeah
you, director. Just
yeah
take me on the
yeah.
journey.
Yeah, you don't need to know the full logistics of it, but you know
Mm.
that this thing powers this thing, and
Mm-hmm.
this thing is used for this thing. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. Something about backwards and forwards. Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I like
Absolutely.
that, and it's just like because they're not focused on just like holding your hand through it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then that way it's just like the characters can just truly, you can be invisible in the story that's happening. You
Exactly.
can truly be a fly on the wall. So.
Because if they were to get really into it and do all of the exposition, then that's too much.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly. So I can respect it. I can respect it.
You have to do a lot when you're in charge of a lot when you write a role play. You have to trust that the person that's listening
Mm.
is able to fill in the blanks of whatever the other person is saying but
Yeah,
not really saying.
yeah.
And
Sometimes I read the comments and they're like,
mm,
"Oh, my character is actually saying this thing," and then my response makes it so hilarious. Like in the zombie apocalypse one, my character is like, "So what was your childhood like?"
uh-huh.
And my response was like a long one, but then it's like, "Oh, but that sounds amazing." And then the people in the comments were like, "My childhood was very traumatic and shit." And it's like so
Oops.
it's those kind of funny times where it's like I laugh at it though, it's
Mm.
hilarious. Yeah. Because it's like the characters I was, like, thinking in the story, like, the characters are reminiscing about, like, the good times of, like, what the world was like before it shut down, you know what I mean? But it's
Yes.
like most of it's funny. But yeah, some people are thinking about different things.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, it's true when you say, like, you kinda have to, like, be considerate about, like, how the audience is gonna respond. You kinda have to predict how you think they're gonna respond,
Yeah.
how their character would respond in some ways, but yeah.
Isn't it overwhelming? Do you take into account what you think the audience would say, or are you only focused on what the character is saying?
Hmm, I hmm, in the moment, yeah, I think I try to worry about what the character is saying. That's why I don't have solid scripts.
Yeah.
So I have like a general idea. So because like I know I have like these, okay, these are the story elements that the audience is gonna like. These are the bullet points I need to hit. The
Yes.
rest of it I'll figure it out while I'm on the way there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like what kind of like relationship are these characters gonna have in this audio? So like
Mm.
my Kung Fu Master audio, it's like the student is like stubborn and impatient, and the master is kind of like he's he's also stubborn, but and reluctant, but he's also like the listener character slowly grows on him and stuff like that. But
Mm.
at first they start like at odds, but then it's like he slowly eventually accepts him and starts training him and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But um yeah, it's like uh what's it, the small town lovers audio that I did. I was like, I had a basic premise. Like, I wrote the premise of the audio in one paragraph. I was like, okay, boy meets up with a girl in the middle of the night, sneaks her out of the window, tells her he's leaving out of town, and asks her if he wants to come with. That's it. I know this video will be like a hit in some way. And then from there, I don't think about what the audience thinks. Then it's like, then I just get into it from there.
Got it.
Yeah. I kind of like took that advice from like Mr. Beast, kind of like seeing like what elements work in your videos and seeing how you can replicate that and implement it, but like in a new, fresh way. So
Mm,
like I experimented. That's why I like the ASMR channel because I tried out different things and I seen like which type of videos do well and which ones don't. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like all of my videos did well, all considered. You know what I mean? But like in terms of views, like some of the ones that I experimented, did things differently, didn't do as well, or like let's say like my cyberpunk one, I had lucid lupus on. I think this one didn't do as well because it's not even a 10-minute video, but like in general, like it didn't get that much traction. I think it's because cyberpunk was just all the rage and there's like a bazillion people were making cyberpunk videos at that time. So
I wonder.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember what I was thinking when I heard it. I didn't think that there was really anything there. I didn't really
Yeah,
think that there was like a
there's not like a
story there.
compelling storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For
Yes.
sure, for sure. There's no like emotional hook that like,
Yes.
okay, why is the character doing these things? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For sure, for
Whereas
sure.
with the whole relationship one, like it was the whole
Exactly.
secret lover secret
Mm.
relationship one.
Yeah, dating in secret one. Yeah, yeah,
Yes. There was a whole thing there, but it seemed more like with the cyberpunk one it was just two people talking and there was
yeah,
no, yeah,
yeah.
my opinion.
I like the. That's why I like the Dragonborn one, like the fantasy one that I did. I need to do another part for that one. But it was like the Dragonborn spends time in the drunk tank with you. So like these two characters are drunk and they were like both fighting, and then they both like get to know each other in the tank
Mm.
there, and it's like, oh well, let's join a party and go on an adventure. And it's just like typical D&D stuff, characters always meet at a tavern and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, it was stereotypically like pretty vanilla D&D stuff, but it did pretty good, and people still ask for a part two. I will at some point. But the problem is I have my real IRL friends and like YouTuber friends that are like, when are we gonna play D&D again? When are we gonna do this? I was just like, I have so many things that I need to do.
So many things. You have so many
I don't
things.
make it easy for myself, you know.
Yeah, neither do I.
Uh,
Yeah, we both
yeah,
don't.
yeah. I think we just, this is what feeds us, though. Like we always gotta be making stuff.
Yeah. My room is just a plethora of making things.
Mm,
Either it's things that I've made or things I'm in the process of making.
I feel you on that.
And then there's the microphone. And
Yeah.
there's the guitar, there's the piano, there's the
Wow, look at you. You're musical
I'm
too. Huh?
trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
There's
Nice.
the arts and crafts stuff.
Mm.
There's the yarn. There's everything.
Damn, you crocheting and shit too?
Yes, and
Dang,
knitting.
bro.
I don't play. I don't like not paper every I don't
Yeah.
like.
You have to keep your hands busy.
Yes, I need to
I
be
like to work with
busy.
my hands.
Yes, clay, everything.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's why I like cooking too. Like for even for my work, it's just like it's kind of like therapeutic for me in a way because it's like um it's like I can compartmentalize everything very easily there and be very organized there.
Mm,
It's a place where it's like there's enough of routine, but there's enough to like mix it up and to
yeah.
change it up. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's like a safe space, where it's like I come in and I make sure I have everything prepped and everything's done just right the way I want it.
Yeah.
There's something that's so satisfying about that.
Yes. And then you're depending on muscle memory, so it's kind of meditative in a way.
And I can be thinking about other things while I'm working. Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
I
Uh,
understand.
so yeah, you get it.
I do. Is there anything you feel you still need to improve on?
Oh, 100%. I need to work on my consistency. So that's one thing, like, for me, I know that once I get that bug, like, I'll go hard. I just need to find that one thing that one spark that gets me going. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
So I think one thing that I need to work on is regulating myself more. Cause it's like I'm either all or nothing, and I like full blast, or then I like go in burnout mode. It's like I need to like actually marathon myself and give myself a proper schedule. I'm gonna probably like if I want to get good at this, I'll need to like devote time specifically at a specific time of the day and like consistently. But the way that my life's set up right now, it's just a little bit chaotic. But it's still there's no excuses. I think that's the one thing that'll like get me back on board with it is like consistency and like following a bit more of a schedule with it. And Lady has given me this advice, so I'm trying to follow it.
The reason why schedules would never work with me because it's like, okay, well, at 10 o'clock I'm supposed to do this, but I want to take a nap now.
Exactly. Yeah,
I don't have the energy right now, maybe.
yeah. Even for me, I'm realizing like I'm working full time at my job, and then it's like 1 day or 2 days off is not enough to do everything, because it's
Yes.
like trying to like on my work days, like I try to just stay at home and then work on the content. But then on my days off, it's like I have my like laundry to do and all this other stuff, or I have to like hang out with friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's only so much I can do 24 hours.
It's not enough. It's not enough time.
Mm. And like I'm trying to work out again, so it's like, oh,
Yeah, I gotta
it's
be.
like, am I wearing myself so thin? Like, I don't know.
Uh, see, I don't even know how you would do that because
Mm.
I
uh,
like I have 7 days out of the week and
mm.
I'm still trying to fit everything I need to do in that time. And you have a day.
uh,
Maybe a day. And
yeah,
your list is longer than you are.
yeah. There's like, I'm gonna get more organized with my shit, but I think one thing I need to do is like unfortunate as it is, it's like just like trim down the amount of hobbies and things that I'm in doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
you have to.
yeah, I have to. I'm at a point now where I'm reaching where it's like, okay, no, it's time to buckle down and pick one of these damn things and just go with it. So I'm open to the idea of role play, like being that. So for now, like music, like it's just a hobby. It's just something that I like to do. It's not something that like it's at a point where I can be serious with it.
Yeah,
But like I know I can make that dough and do that shit making role play content. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing.
that's the channel that's doing it. That's the channel that's kicking butt.
Yes, sir. No, no. uh,
Of
uh,
course, of course.
I'm always doing something to throw you off. Like yeah,
Good job.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
And not a single dad joke. It's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sparing you.
Oh,
So
thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. I have my one coworker. Yeah, I just torment her with dad jokes all the time. So it's like, yeah, it's one of my things. I love dad jokes because whether somebody loves them or hates them, I get the satisfaction of telling them.
Either way.
Either
Win-win.
way, exactly.
Uh,
It's like cheese, dad
mm,
jokes are like cheese.
mm, mm.
They're so cheesy, but it's like some people are only into certain types of cheese, and
So
some people, you know what I mean?
lactose intolerant, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
I like that. I like that.
Eh, I'll be here all week.
uh, Nice, nice.
Well, that was my last question. Do you have any questions for me?
I do have a question for you.
Mm.
What would be like your piece of advice for um I don't know. I want to like get more creative with like coming up with story ideas and stuff like that. And like I don't know. I just want to know what are the kind of things that inspires you when you like write scripts and stuff like that or story ideas, like role play ideas.
Well, my role plays are based on life.
Hmm.
And so either I look through my diary or
Hmm.
I watch documentaries
Hmm.
about people living life.
Hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
That. I think it would be more interesting, like to tell like different types of stories like that usually don't get told. I think there's so much opportunity for that in ASMR as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Um, Typically, what I write is based on things that I didn't get a chance to say.
Mm.
And it's always, you can always say whatever you need to say because it's only a one sided conversation.
Hmm.
Um, and, the other side, the other side is going to be the other side. And
Hmm.
you can either choose for it to be a happy ending or a crappy ending, but at least you have
Hmm.
some say in it.
Yeah. And I think, when you process things about like there's nothing wrong with processing like things of like what could have been and stuff like that as long as you don't linger there, you know what I mean? It's what I'm saying is it's perfectly healthy and normal to like, you know, think about what could have been, what couldn't, and at least give yourself time to like mourn or like process it and stuff like that. So,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, yeah, I totally get that in that aspect for sure.
It helps to give me closure.
Hmm. I like that. I like that. And it's like I've been trying to do like some exercises even with myself, just role playing with myself. I'm not playing characters. Like I kind of try to like when I have a bad day, I like try to like talk to my younger self
Mm.
and like put into perspective like even though if I think I'm a failure or whatever, or like those when you listen to that voice in your head,
Yes.
but it's like the younger me, I'm sitting in a room with him and it's like, so what are you doing? And it's like, well, I have a YouTube channel and I do this. He's like, dude, that's so cool. I always wanted to be a YouTuber. You finally did it. Like, how many subscribers do you have? Like that kind of shit.
It's so
So
wholesome.
yeah, and because like the younger me was like such a person who had so much shame and was so
Mm.
shy and was just like never said what was on his mind and stuff and was
Mm.
just like never brave enough and like the younger me would be pretty proud seeing like the choices that I made and like yeah, I don't know. I have no regrets. Even though some things didn't work out, I'm glad things went the way that they did.
I'm, that was beautiful.
Aw, thanks. Thanks, Dodge. Appreciate that. No, your answer like really inspired me to like, just brought that up because I don't know, I resonated with that a lot.
I need it. I need, because it just keeps going. It goes around in your head. It just keeps
Mm,
spinning around in your head, and I feel like the only way that I can get that negative record to stop playing is by getting it down in the role play, and so
mm,
that I can just change the narrative and
mm.
just get it out of my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
just get it out of your system.
Mhm.
That's kind of Yeah. I never like had like I don't like to shout like when I have arguments and shit like that, you know what I mean?
Same. Yeah.
But if I'm going to do it, it's gonna be in a role play. So it's not like I'm actually hurting an actual human being, but maybe I'm kind of hurting my audience. So am I a dangerous person? Maybe.
No.
It's not, I don't know. But I feel like it's just turning it into art though, because like
Yes.
pain, sensitivity, that's what artists, that's how we create. Artists, we feel things deeply, you know. Have you ever tried writing creepypasta yourself?
I tried. Yes.
Mm.
Um, one person read it and said it made me throw up.
Oh my god, that's such a visceral reaction.
He where did he said I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like I threw up
Like
a
it
little
made
bit
me
in my
puke or
mouth.
something. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, like something like that. I was like, yes.
It's like, okay, mission accomplished.
Yes. I didn't I mean that wasn't the goal, but the fact that I was able to make someone have that reaction, I was like, "Oh, sweet."
It's like art, good art or
Mhm.
bad art, it's all subjective, but whether true art garners some sort of reaction, you know,
Yeah,
whether, good or bad, but art that's engaging, it'll do, you'll get a reaction from it. So it's something.
I agree. I like it.
So like I think people being provocative, that's why you see that so much these days, like on the internet. People just doing anything for shock value, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. That's what gets the clicks.
It's the internet is like the golden ticket, you know what I mean? Like from like like Charlie, or is it Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you know?
It gets the clicks.
That's right. That's right.
It gets the heart emojis.
That's right. That's right.
You like being provocative.
I do. I do. I like catching people off guard.
Mm.
Yeah, I really like that. I like that. And I live for the awkward moments.
Do you? Do you?
Yeah. No, I actually do. Yeah.
I don't think that's. See, I'm not gonna say that's not gonna happen today, because then you're gonna be like, "Oh, really? Challenge accepted."
No, 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 because like I use a lot of physical humor in person. I'm a very like
Mm.
funny person.
Okay.
So like today I was at work and I brought some bubble tea to work. It was like the brown sugar milk bubble tea,
Okay.
and I was like chewing on the tapioca pearls, but I wasn't silently chewing. I was like "Nom, nom, nom, nom," while I'm on the line, just thinking of just like the girl like that I'm working with, Paulette. She just starts laughing.
Just like, you're ridiculous.
Yeah.
You must be
Uh,
so fun to work with.
I try to make it a blast. So, yeah, if I'm happy, I'm happy if everybody's happy. But like, of course, like I don't know. I just again, I like the reactions. So it's just like to this day, like since I was a kid, I still call my fingers like my fing. Like if I heard it, I call it my fing. So I slammed something on my fing the other day, and I was like, "Oh my fing," and I didn't know somebody was in the kitchen. And I was just like, "Oh yeah, that's just like I just been calling it that since like I was a kid." And he's like, "That's so adorable."
uh,
Shit like that. Yeah. I'm so cheesy. I'm so corny. So that's part of my charm.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm here
I don't
for
know,
it.
just I'm all about like making everybody feel at ease. I've learned many ways to like break the ice or to break the tension because I've had to do it for survival
Mm,
while like growing up at home to like read the environments and stuff like that and how to
yeah.
but now I use it just for more chill environments, you know what I mean? And I used to like overanalyze things too much, or you know what I mean? be hypersensitive to things because of like childhood stuff. But now I'm like learning to like regulate it a bit more and stuff. So
You're a survivor.
yeah, yeah, mate.
Hmm. How long have you known Lady?
I've known it's been like a while now, a couple, I'd say a couple years now, like maybe 2-ish years, or maybe 2.5. Let's say. Let me see. When did I start Mad Chatter? Was that? Oh my God, is that four
It
years
was
ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago. So wow, that's a long time. I'd say like 3 years now. Then
Mm.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's crazy. I'd say it's over 2 years for sure. Like, yeah, yeah,
She's a sweetheart.
yeah. Lady is like my soulmate in a lot of ways. Like we just really get along. We really understand each other like on that level. And she also sends her love and her allegiance to you. By the way, she said I was speaking with her earlier
Ah.
while I was cleaning the apartment because I had not been like talking to anybody in a while because I just been so busy. Like, and I haven't even been seeing anybody as much.
Right.
So I've just been busy. So I caught up with her earlier, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be interviewed by Dodge because like I've been like setting this thing back for so long, and I'm like, you know what, I need to stop procrastinating on things and just get back into it. This will be a thing that'll get me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah.
And what did she say?
Yeah, she's excited. She's, you know, the ever supportive person, and yeah, we started talking about like our collabs and stuff like that. She's working on a script for me right now actually.
Still?
It's it's well, we're working on a couple things, but
Mm.
yeah, she's writing a spicy script for my Ocleo channel. So,
Oh.
yeah, it's a werewolf themed one.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's
What?
nothing. I was just remembering something in my head, then I started laughing.
Uh-huh.
It's because I have this thing where I always just say like Aru.
Uh-huh.
So whenever Lone Wolf pops up in Ladies Bakari's chat, I go like Aru. So now it's just stuck whenever like anything wolf related, I just hear Aru.
Oh boy.
So like Lady sent me the script and I was like able to edit it. So I renamed the script, or the beginning of the title, I named it Aru script.
Did she roll her
So
eyes?
yeah, because like I was teasing her about the audio. I was like, is it gonna be my character being like, I'm gonna Aru.
Oh no.
uh, this is like the most random shit that I like laugh
Yeah.
at. Most of the time I laugh to myself. It's like inside jokes that I have with my random ass friends while I'm in public or while I'm at work, and they're like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "You wouldn't
Mhm.
get the
You
joke."
wouldn't
Like,
understand.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't know. You wouldn't get it.
yeah, yeah. It's like that scene at the end of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He's like, "You wouldn't get
How
it."
did you get Mm-hmm.
And
your
he's like
voice
speaking to
for
the
your
therapist or whatever.
mm-hmm
Yeah,
for
that's
your
the
role
perfect
play?
scene to
Because
describe
you
that.
don't sound the same as you do in it.
So, I go into my lower register.
Mm.
So, like, my voice is pretty bassy as it is,
Uh-huh.
but like if I'm talking like normally, my voice is like higher up on this point, but like when I like bring it down, it's just like it forces me to speak slower, and I
Mm.
like it's kind of like a switch. I just associate it like when I bring my voice lower, I can be quieter, I can be slower. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, because that was one thing that I always struggled with. Like since I was younger, I was like always like talking fast or like stuttering and mumbling over my words and stuff like that.
Mm.
So like it's also like doing role plays and stuff like that. It's kind of like speech therapy for me in a way as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
As I've gotten older, I'm like learned to like just take my time and like think a bit more before I speak, and like not just blurt out words. You know what I mean?
That's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard for somebody with a brain like mine, where I'm like, I have five different TV channels running in my head.
Yes, same.
You know?
Yes. And I feel like thinking about it takes too long. I'm just like, I want to get it
Yeah.
out.
Oh, so yeah.
I'll apologize once it's out, or I'll try to backpedal once it's out. This isn't good for an
Uh,
interviewer.
it's all good. It's all good.
It's not a good trait.
uh, funny. It's funny, but it's true though. It's true though. There's some things though, like it's not all the time, but like I am able to hyper focus on things as well, you know?
Yes, also, I can do that too, but
Mm.
uh it could be erratic at times.
Yeah, it can be like I'm not getting enough sleep. Like I'm like, oh my God, it's already 5 in the morning. I lost track of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like, yeah, because you're so in the zone with it, and you're like, no, I will not sleep
Yeah.
until like this is like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, you're preaching
uh,
to the choir. You don't have to tell me.
hmm It's a labor of love, though. You know?
You have to love it. If you don't love it, then it's torture.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anything? Mm?
No, I'm just thankful that you had me on. Like, and I appreciate that we appreciate you staying up this late and like agreeing to do this. So,
Yeah, I'm usually in bed at 11.
oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Dodge.
I appreciate you. You just got home from
Uh,
work. You're crazy.
it's all good. It's all good. I was excited to get home and like make this happen. So
Aw, dude.
now I'm like, I'm gonna probably be up for another 2 hours because I work a little bit later tomorrow. So I'll probably be up and I'll try to finish the script or get something going. So
Good luck.
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. My pleasure. And thank you guys for joining us for this very wow.
What was that?
What was it? It was insightful, I think.
Mhm.
I think it was very
And
informative.
shenanigans.
Hmm?
Informative with a sparkle of shenanigans here and there, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. We're all about the I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
edit out the shenanigans, but
Yeah. Fair. That's totally fair. There's like, because that monetization, you know what I'm saying? Just kidding.
yes, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Y'all have a great rest of your week. I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dodge the Grave, and today I'm being joined by sci fi horror narrator Magnetar. Good morning.
Good morning, Dodge. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am tired, but my Skittles at 11 a.m. are keeping me awake.
Breakfast of Champions.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Finally, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's what, been like 2 years, 2.5 years?
Yeah, definitely 2 years for sure.
2 years in the making.
Mm, wow. The first time that I heard your voice was back when you were doing an interview with TDN on his channel, actually.